Here we have it, the second race of this 5-race final, with Royal Thames taking the first blood in the first race. So it remains to be seen whether Cambridge Blue can come back and take this second race to level it at 1-1, or indeed they'll go out into a two-race lead. This team with Hugo and Josh again sparring it out. I suggest that because these teams are very, very well matched and know each other extremely well, having all been Cambridge sailors, that this makes this pre-start extremely interesting, with each team second-guessing each other's moves. But it looks like in this position, I'd rather be the Thames boats who have been a bit locked out by the who have locked out this Cambridge team. Wouldn't you say, Paris?
Yeah, I would agree with you here. It looks like Thames got the timing a bit better.
So having said that, it does look like 4 is in a bit of trouble here, being locked out by James Pinder on the right hand side. So it's all still to play for. So these boats 3 and 2 are looking to make this pin stick on Josh Flack, with Hugo tacking out there. Oh, that's a gap though. Is he going to get through there? Yes, he is. Wow, that's very impressive work by Hugo Sloper to thread the needle through there. Oh gosh, it's all very tight at the moment. Royal Thames now looking like they're out they've tacked out onto port. Fiona Hampshire and Josh Flack are now out on this right hand side, out in clear air and looking to work some serious speed. But you know, it's still very tight in this race. All to play for approaching the Roman mark. So we have these 2 Cambridge boats on the left hand side, Hugo Sloper and Tim Grattan on this left hand side, looking to make it stick. This is why Josh Flack is coming across to ensure that there is no problems with those boats. He seems to have missed the lay somewhat, but I think that was perhaps a deliberate ploy in order to get the starboard advantage coming into this, the first of the marks of the course. So they are in a 1-2 combination coming round the first mark. And there we are, Cambridge. It looks like Hugo's kind of stopped there. He's going a bit slowly. He needs to really catch up this boat 6 if there's going to be any sort of activity there. Well, there we are. So we have James Pinder and Arthur Henderson. So Arthur Henderson, you'll remember from earlier in the semi-finals, he did an absolute crack against Izzy Fitzgerald, making the not last a really, really big gap. And he's doing the same thing here, despite the presence of this 1-2 combination, which really makes it really quite safe.
James Pinder and Arthur Henderson.
Oh right, we might have some sort of protest at the back here. Whether that's going to be green flagged or not, we don't know. But we'll wait to see what the umpires have to say about this.
It looks like Arthur was in the wrong. He was on port when the collision happened.
It's indeed a red flag for Arthur. So Arthur Henderson has got umpire spinning twice, but the race isn't at the back at the moment. It's all about the front, in centre of picture now. So we have it. We have Fiona Hampshire and Josh Flack in first and second positions, but with Arthur and Timmy breathing down Josh's neck to see if they can take something before this Lewin mark. However, it doesn't look like they're going to be able to do it. There is a very, very comfy room between the back of those boats and Josh, and so therefore it doesn't look like they're going to be able to get through. It will still be this 1-2 combination for Royal Thames round the Lewin mark. And well, you would have thought that this 1-2 combination will end up being carried through to the finish, but they are really pushing quite hard, this Cambridge team. As I said, Tim Grattan on the back of 3 booster victories, he doesn't give up at anything, so he'll be sailing right to the finish, with Cambridge captain James Pinder just round the Lewin mark, having escaped that sort of punishing treatment by Arthur Henderson with that spin that Arthur had to do. But nonetheless, it is still a 3-4-5 for Cambridge. But Tim Grattan has come out on this left-hand side and really turned on the speed there. Whether he's going to be able to come back on this right-hand side, it looks like Fiona Hampshire is tacking back on Tim several times there, just to make sure that doesn't get too much of an advantage. Indeed, Fiona Hampshire is tacking back there to make sure that she does come across and cover all the options of this boat 2, Tim Grattan and George Hopes. So we have it, Fiona Hampshire on the left hand side looking like she's ahead of Tim Grattan, and equally on the right hand side we have Hugo Sloper comfortably behind Josh Flack, who looks to be in first position. It looks like a pretty safe 1-2 at the moment, and barring any sort of catastrophic failures or other such things, I don't think there's going to be any chance for Cambridge to come back here. I mean, certainly not. It doesn't look like Tim Grattan's got anything on Fiona there. I would suggest that Fiona and Josh have nailed this 1-2. Indeed, they are coming through. Josh takes it the first position and Fiona Hampshire takes second position.